In a time of deep global change, one man stands at the crossroads of tradition and transformation. He wears a crown, but his eyes are fixed not just on palaces and parliaments, but on mosques, communities, and conversations that go beyond the surface. Why is King Charles turning his attention toward the Muslim world? What lies behind this royal shift? And what does it mean for the future of the United Kingdom and the world? This is the hidden truth revealed. A king unlike any other. When Charles III ascended the throne in 2022, he brought with him more than a royal title. He brought decades of curiosity, compassion, and quiet diplomacy. Unlike many monarchs before him, King Charles has long shown a deep interest in faith traditions, especially Islam. As Prince of Wales, Charles studied Islamic culture, spoke fluent Arabic, and visited mosques across the globe. He quoted the Quran in speeches. He praised Islamic civilization for preserving knowledge during Europe's dark ages. This wasn't politics, it was personal. In a world often divided by fear and misunderstanding, King Charles has consistently positioned himself as a bridge. A royal who listens. A monarch who respects. A king who believes there's more to unity than flags and crowns. The hidden influence of Islam. To understand King Charles's focus, we must understand what Islam represents, especially in the modern West. The Muslim community in Britain is one of the fastest-growing, most dynamic populations in the country. Over 4 million strong, British Muslims are contributing in every sphere: medicine, education, business, art, and politics. Yet they've also faced challenges: Islamophobia, discrimination, and marginalization. King Charles recognizes this. And instead of turning away, he's leaning in. In his own words, Charles once said, Islam can teach us a way of understanding and living in the world which Christianity itself is the poorer for having lost. These are not the words of a passive observer. They are the words of a man who sees value, spiritual, cultural, and intellectual, in a faith often misunderstood. A lifetime of connections. The story of King Charles and the Muslim community didn't begin yesterday. It spans decades. In 1993, he gave a powerful lecture at the Oxford Centre for Islamic Studies, where he emphasized the importance of dialogue between civilizations. He's visited Saudi Arabia, Egypt, Pakistan, and Turkey, not just as a diplomat, but as a student of culture. He played a pivotal role in establishing the Oxford Centre for Islamic Studies, a prestigious institution dedicated to deepening understanding of Islamic scholarship. Charles also launched interfaith initiatives, inviting Muslim leaders into royal palaces, opening Islamic exhibitions, and funding projects that celebrate the beauty of Islamic art and architecture. He's met with imams, scholars, and everyday Muslims not for show, but with sincerity. What the media doesn't tell you. But here's what the mainstream media often won't say: this royal focus isn't just about politics. It's about philosophy. King Charles is deeply influenced by traditionalism, a school of thought that sees value in the spiritual traditions of all major world religions. And Islam, with its discipline, order, and profound mysticism, fits perfectly into that worldview. Charles has studied the works of Frithjof Schuon, René Guénon, and other traditionalist philosophers, many of whom saw Islam as a living tradition in a modern world that often forgets its roots. To Charles, Islam isn't the other. It's a mirror reflecting universal truths. And in a time of moral confusion, he believes Islam, like other faiths, offers clarity, structure, and a call to the sacred. The strategic angle. Now, let's not ignore the strategic layer. The British monarchy, though symbolic, still holds soft power. And the Muslim world, from the Middle East to Southeast Asia, represents not just faith, but influence. From oil economies to diaspora communities, from business partnerships to cultural exchange, Islam plays a major role in the global order. King Charles understands this. By aligning himself with the Muslim community, both inside and outside the UK, he's not just building bridges. He's securing legacy. He's reshaping the monarchy's global image, from colonial past to collaborative future. It's about diplomacy, but with a heart. Inside the United Kingdom. Inside Britain, the king's focus couldn't come at a more important time. As nationalism rises and cultural tensions flare, Charles is modeling a different kind of leadership, one rooted in respect and empathy. He's visited mosques after tragedies. He's met with Muslim youth, praised their achievements, and acknowledged their struggles. He supported halal food initiatives, Islamic charities, and interfaith harmony. For many British Muslims, King Charles's actions speak louder than words. They see a monarch who truly values their presence, not as guests, but as citizens, as contributors to a shared British identity. The global Muslim response. And how has the Muslim world responded? With surprise, with hope, with curiosity. Many are watching King Charles not just as a British royal, but as a global figure who might just change the narrative. In countries where Western leaders are often viewed with suspicion, King Charles is breaking the mold. He's reminding the world that faith, respect, and dialogue still matter. That Islam and the West don't have to clash. They can collaborate. His coronation was watched by millions of Muslims, not out of tradition, but out of interest. Because they see in him a king who listens, who learns, who honors. A message for the future. So what does it all mean? Why does King Charles's relationship with the Muslim community matter? Because in a world of division, he's choosing unity. In an age of soundbites, he's choosing substance. In a time of fear, he's choosing friendship. And make no mistake, this isn't just about Islam. It's about the kind of future we're building. A future where kings can be humble, where leaders can be learners, where the past doesn't define us, but guides us towards something better. King Charles is sending a message to the world, that peace is possible, that understanding is powerful, and that when we truly respect one another, we all rise together. So the next time you see King Charles at a mosque, quoting the Quran, or embracing a Muslim community, don't be surprised. This isn't a PR stunt. It's a royal journey of understanding. One that began long before the crown, and one that might just change the world. Asterisk. This was Why King Charles is Focusing on the Muslim Community, Hidden Truth Revealed. If this opened your eyes, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Until next time, stay curious, stay united, and keep seeking the truth.